Welcome to the Terrible Take, a mini podcast telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind. I'm Joe Clark. I don't think wide receiver is as crucial for the Pittsburgh Steelers to draft early this year. Obviously, acquiring DK Metcalf is a big boost in the team's passing attack. And while George Pickens is in a contract year, I don't necessarily think the team needs to draft a receiver until day 3. I wouldn't be surprised if they drafted day 2 wide receiver at all, and I wouldn't have a huge issue with it either. With needs at defensive line, running back, and quarterback, in addition to receiver, one of those positions is going to wait until day 3 as it stands right now, with the Steelers currently only having 3 draft picks in the first 4 rounds. I feel like receiver is probably the least urgent of those needs to address this year. The Steelers have Metcalf, George Pickens, Calvin Austin III, and Roman Wilson right now. That's not a terrible top 4. And even if they're planning for the future, if Pickens leaves after this season, it's not as important with this team likely having a plethora of draft pick next season due to the amount of compensatory picks they're expected to receive in next year's draft. They can draft or sign a receiver higher in the draft next year instead of taking a mid-round receiver who probably won't play as much as a rookie, and the team can still supplement the room with a day 3 option who could look to develop and be ready for a bigger role in 2026. Wide receiver is still a need, and but I would put it at a lower priority than some of the team's other needs, specifically defensive line. And now with Aaron Rodgers' future seemingly uncertain at quarterback, I wouldn't be upset if the Steelers would dress receiver earlier than day 3, but I don't think it's as necessary to do so as it is with these other positions. Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com. Check out episodes of The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Check out The Terrible Podcast with us, Kazor and Dave Bryan every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.